how to get ITIN number for non-residents in USA. In today's video, I'm going to break down 3 different ways to get an ITIN from the IRS, whether you filing taxes as a non-resident or starting a new business in the US. Step 1, because the third method is the easiest, and I'll tell you the step-by-step process, the documents you need, and how to avoid common mistakes that could delay your application. Now, there are 3 different ways you can submit your application. Each of those methods serves the same purpose but differs in how you provide your identification document, usually your passport. The first option is to physically mail your original passport along with your application to the IRS. But let me tell you right now, don't do this. Whether you are applying from within the USA or outside, this method is risky. I have a friend overseas who built a business here in the USA, so it's necessary for him to get an ITIN and decided to go this route, which is the only way he knew that time. While he was visiting the USA, and he turned it into a nightmare. He needed to leave the country, but his passport was stuck in the process and it took way too long to get his ITIN. There is also the chance that your passport might get lost in the mail, which is a totally headache. So yeah, I would not recommend this option. The second option is to get your document notarized at the USA consulate or embassy. But heads up, this is not a walk in the park either. One of my virtual assistants from the Philippines managed to start a small e-commerce business in the USA. Luckily, he was quite profitable, so he needed to file a tax report before year end. He planned to have 1 week vacation here while applying for an ITIN, which he needed to submit his original passport. Of course, I said it's a big no-no. Now, he found another way, but during the process, he had to deal with the Philippine consulate, and it was a hassle. It's not as simple as just showing up with your passport and getting it notarized. There are a bunch of steps involved. First, you will need to collect signatures from local authorities in your region, then get it approved by your municipality, and finally recognize it by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's a lot of running around and it can be pretty frustrating, which I tried to research, and it's similar to the scenario for most countries. So unless you are fully prepared to deal with this complicated process, it might not be the best option for you. So if the thought of mailing your passport or going through the long local process makes you break out in a cold sweat, don't worry. There is a third option. Thankfully, we live in an era where the IRS has recognized that those old school methods are pretty impractical. They have introduced something called acceptance agent. Acceptance agents are basically people who are authorized to accept your identification documents on behalf of the IRS. By choosing this option and working with an acceptance agent, you can avoid mailing your passport or dealing with the consulate altogether. I have got to be honest with you, trying to get an ITIN without an acceptance agent is like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. It's most likely going to the end in rejection, and you will end up wasting a ton of money, time, and energy. Right now, the IRS issue ITIN in about 8 to 12 weeks, so if your application gets rejected, that's a lot of time down the drain. You can find a list of acceptance agents on the IRS website, but here's the catch. Very few of them operate online or help you get your ITIN entirely online. That's where our sponsor for today's comes in. At the ITIN.com, they will guarantee you your ITIN and ensure you get it in the fastest possible time with a straightforward process. They also offer the lowest possible marketing prices, unlike other ITIN providers who require you to mail the signed W-7 form to the USA office. With the ITIN.com, the entire process is 100% online. This means you can avoid dealing with shipping and save both time and money. The ITIN.com have helped thousands of people from over 150 countries set up the USA LTCs and get the ITINs. And because I want to make this as easy as possible for you, I'm giving you a $50 coupon code to use at checkout. You will find the link and the code right down below in the description. Just punch in Make Money Right, and when you check out, and boom, 50% off. Now, let's talk about the process. To get your ITIN, you will need a USA company, an EIN, which is stands for Employee Identification Number, and a passport scan. I'm not going to lie, the process takes time, about 8 to 14 weeks right now. Thanks to the IRS being a bit slower those days, before COVID, it was around 6 to 8 weeks, so yeah, it's a bit of a wait. But here's the good news. The ITIN.com does all the heavy lifting for you. They get everything filed and submitted within 48 hours. So all you have to do is sit back and wait for the IRS to do that thing. The sooner you get started, the better, because no one speed up the IRS, unfortunately. Now, if you think this one for you, I'll put the link in the description below, and make sure to use Make Money Right for a 50% discount. But don't click on it just yet. Make sure to subscribe if you want to grow your wealth. Okay? I'll see you over there. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Peace. Bye.